We started Local Infusion with the dream of reimagining the infusion experience for patients with chronic autoimmune diseases.
What was failing is that the complexity of getting patients onto therapy was mind-blowing.
Patients are waiting 3 to 4 weeks for care.
There's so many moving pieces. It's challenging to get patients on therapy.
There were tons of prior authorization requirements, steps along the way that added friction.
But when you have a chronic disease, you can't wait weeks to start therapy. If you have MS, you need therapy today.
My role as a nurse, as an infusion nurse, being in the industry since 2011, has always been to set the bar higher for infusion patients. I realized very early on how important this space was and realized that there was a lot of work that we had to do to get our services to as many patients as possible.
We heard over and over again, everywhere we went, the referral process was frustrating, the prior authorization process was frustrating, the communication was frustrating, and the in-person experience wasn't much better.
These specialty biologic medicines are life-changing. They give patients hope.
We really put patients at the center of that experience and enabled AI and technology to help support these infusion guides to be able to overcome that friction.
We thought that if we combine technology with a modern brand experience, we could change what that looks like. And not just for patients, but also employees. And we know that most infusion center employees want to do a good job. They want to get their patients on therapy faster, but they didn't have the tools to do so. If we get a referral, that patient is hearing from us within 2 hours. They're knowing where they stand at every step of the process, so they never have to call to check for updates. Scheduling a patient within 4 days versus 4 weeks means that their disease stops progressing 4 weeks earlier. It means they can finally feel a little bit of peace and comfort after hearing the terrible news that they received when they were diagnosed with a chronic autoimmune disease.
We are a home for patients with chronic conditions. They come to us, they feel safe.
When I see that our patients are giving us 10 out of 10 scores and say things like, I can't wait to see my nurse, I can't wait to have my treatment again, that makes me feel like I'm truly making an impact. Receiving an infusion treatment is extremely scary. We understand how difficult and frustrating it can be.
We can reconnect patients with nurses, doctors, front desk staff, administrators, in a way that makes healthcare feel personal and local again.
Because we know that patients deserve better.
Patients deserve better.